for around Thanksgiving to shortly after Christmas. And then they go right back into the same mode. Talking about you, lying on you. Let me stop. Look at your neighbor, says same mode.
Same mode.
This season includes a lot of tradition and preparation for the big day. If our government would attempt to change this holiday from December 25th to another day, there would be a mass rebellion. Christmas is supposed to happen in December because that is the fitting time. And no other time would be acceptable. Each season carry with it their own fruit. So say own fruit. Now I'm speaking of fruit not necessarily in the sense of the fruit that you eat, but the results of the season itself. Yeah, but fruit as the result of a product of an action. This comes to mind when we think about how we are sowing spiritual seeds and are reaping the fruit of our labor. Each natural season produces fruits based on its season. For example, the winter season produces snow and ice storm. The spring season produces rain and tornado as part of its fruits. The summer produces hurricanes as part of its fruits, and fall produces colorful leaves as part of its fruits. It could happen, but it would not be a normal occurrence to see snow in Kansas in July. Look at them and say, but it could happen.
But it could happen.
This is not a part of the fruit of the summer. And I hope this is making sense, but if not, just hang in here a little while longer because I'm going somewhere with this message. As it pertains to the weather, we pay people to monitor the weather in each season so that we can be safe from the fruit that each season produces. If I did not know and understand that snow and ice comes in the winter in Kansas, then I would not own a snow shovel in preparation for it. When we understand the season, we know what to expect from each season. And therefore, we are prepared for those seasons because each is unique with its own fruit. This is the purpose of my message this morning or this afternoon. We need to understand our season and the fruit we produce during those seasons. We need to recognize our season. To everything, there is a season, a time to every purpose under heaven. I have seen the God-given task with which the sons of men are to be occupied. He has made everything beautiful in its time. When you read what Solomon wrote in its entirety, you will find that he spells out the different seasons for which things happen. He opens with the statement that there is a season for everything under the heaven. A time for every purpose under the heaven. We must learn and accept this as a fact, and we're going to operate in our season. He goes on to give example of the different seasons: a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pick up what was planted, a time to cry, and a time to laugh. All of these, are times, in a season. All of these examples are type of seasons we experience. In verse 10, he acknowledged that he was seeing the God given task with which men are to be occupied with. We all understand that as Christians there are things that we must be doing here on earth to fulfill the mission that God left here for us to do. In order to accomplish the task before us, we must understand our season. In the first part of the verse 11, Solomon says that God has made everything beautiful in its time, meaning that there is timing elements to God. God has ordained something to be, but we must understand the timing of when it is supposed to happen. We must operate within God's timing, within the season that God has planned for us to accomplish certain tasks. Galatians 6, 7, and 9 says, do not be deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he who sows to his flesh will to the flesh reap corruption, but he who sows to the Spirit will of the Spirit reap life.